Hello and welcome. I am John from Gentleman of Whiskey, and this is the Fantasy Whiskey Draft. You can see it up in the... Man, I'm bad at this today. Fantasy Whiskey Draft up in the corner. So, we've got some stuff going on. That was me earlier, just testing to see what was going on. We've got Draft Day from the Blocklinger, Colin Nixdorf. Let's go. We are here. Chris from Bourbon of the Week already trash talking. Bourbon Besties are in the house. Whiskey Break. These are all my guests tonight. So, stay tuned for that. They'll be up in a second. Hey, everyone. Cheers all. Glencairn. Johnny Dean shaming me for not getting him the sample first. I know what you're doing. Don't worry. Sherry and I had a little bet, and I super lost. So, Andy Gonzalez just pours of 7. Just poured 7. Bourbon of the Week already claiming victory. Enjoy, Johnny Dean. We had to taste test. Starting to make sure these picks are good. So here we go. Okay, so tonight we've got the Fantasy Whiskey Draft, and so I'm going to basically just overview what that is. So it sounds like a fantasy sports draft, and it kind of is. It's kind of one part fantasy sports draft, one part whiskey challenge, and it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So we've kind of rebranded last year as the Fantasy Whiskey Draft. This year, this is the draft. We're rebranding as the Fantasy Whiskey League going from here on out. There will be content past this point and an ultimate winner by points. Last year, Chris from Bourbon of the Week squeaked it out, I think, by like 4 points or something like that in total. So I will say he's the 2-time reigning champion. So I'm hoping one of us can play the Eagles and spoil that three-peat. So that's what we're doing tonight. We've got guests, and we will bring them on in a second. One quick change. We are doing a giveaway tonight, but I can't keep up with chat with as intensive as the Fantasy Whiskey Draft is. So we're just doing for YouTube members, Patreon members, and people who are purchasing tickets as well. So we're doing stickers, hats, pours of everything that I pick tonight, and then we're also doing a Blanton's Mini. If you want to get interested, if you want to get in on that and are not a YouTube member or Patreon, my Venmo link is in the description, and I'm going to explain why real quick. So last week we had the most super chats we've ever had. I think we had like close to $140 in super chats. I'm just being honest with you. And I got $84 out of that after YouTube took their cut. So I'm not really interested in giving them so big of a cut anymore. So I talked to a couple people, asked like, hey, do you think it's really dumb if I ask for Venmo instead? It was pretty resounding, like, no, screw YouTube. So that's where we're at here. If you want to join, I will, for a couple weeks, still have super chats on, but I'd really prefer if you Venmo me, because then instead of at least $3.50, I get the full $5. That's just me. So that's what we're doing going forward. The Venmo link is in my description if you want to be in on that and are not a YouTube member or Patreon member. So, without any further ado, I think we are going to bring on all of our guests. How's everybody doing tonight? Minus Chris from Bourbon of the Week. There he is.
I'm here. Going well. Feeling good.
Feeling good. Love it. All right, so we're going to introduce ourselves in draft order. So, Tom, take it away.
What's going on? Tom, Bourbon Jerk. Our channel is, 2 years old now? About 2,300 subscribers. I do it with my son. He does all the editing, production. I just sit on camera and drink bourbon and try to sound somewhat interesting.
For what it's worth, I think you do a great job.
Well, thank you.
All right, our two-time reigning MVP, Chris from Bourbon of the Week.
No booze. Two-time, soon-to-be three-time world champion. My name's Chris. I'm with Bourbon of the Week. Funny content. You can find me Bourbon of the Week, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and now Facebook, because they want to put people on Facebook. Wasn't on it, so I am now Bourbon of the Week on Facebook as well for all the people that don't like TikTok and the rest of the social media. So come find me. We do a lot of reviews, a lot of blind tastings. I love everybody in this group here, so we're going to do some barrel picks, I think, together in the future. We've already been talking about it, so Bourbon of the Week.
All right, Bourbon Besties.
I am Sherry.
I'm Chris Big Stick. I'm Littlewood's dad, just so we're clear. Go ahead.
And we are the Bourbon Besties. Similarly, you can find us mostly on Instagram and Facebook. We do produce some YouTube content when we have time, but we are incredibly busy. We spend a disproportionate amount of our time fundraising for charity. That is our big thing, where we spend probably 6 out of 12 months of our year in our whiskey adventure, collecting bourbon that we raffle off in the big effing waffle. We do that for the folks over at Team Foster, and in turn, I think that makes us a little bit of everybody's bestie.
Mm-hmm. All right, Josh, Kingpin of Smoke, you are up.
Yeah, like John said, Josh, Kingpin of Smoke. I've had my page, it's on Instagram, Kingpin of Smoke. I've had the page for over 8 years now, but thanks to John and Besties and some of my other friends, now I'm starting to do this live stuff, and it's my first time doing the draft, so maybe I can have an upset. Maybe.
Love it. All right, so tonight we've got the Tree Chuggers, which is actually the whiskey break. So, Jonathan and Taryn, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Taryn.
Yeah, we're Whiskey Break. We're on YouTube and Instagram mostly. And yeah, we came out with second place last year. So we decided a little team name change to the Tree Chuggers. Maybe that'll give us the edge. We're going to see how it goes. Hopefully take first.
All right, love it. Okay, so in addition to tonight being the draft, like obviously we're doing the draft, it is a snake draft. So we've got 1 through 6, then 2, second round, we flip it. Go from there. You can see it on the top of this page if you are at all watching. So it will be Bourbon Jerk, then the Bourbon Bombers, aka Chris and Bourbon of the Week, Bourbon Besties, Kingpin of Smoke, Tree Chuggers, and then myself. I've rebranded as Banger Vibes this year. So I don't know. I have a Summer Vibes collection, and I just decided. Inspiration was that. I know Chris is over here looking at me like I'm an idiot. All right, so is everybody ready?
Yeah, let's fire it up.
Are there
Born
any
ready, let's
rules? Any rules clarifications before we get started? I will hopefully remember.
Should we tell
rules.
the people what the rules are? Because
yeah,
the biggest argument so far, we all know what it is.
The biggest argument is Jack Daniel's bourbon.
I just want it to be out there before we get to the stream, so other people can call you out. That's all I want.
For the intents and purposes of this live stream, Jack Daniel's is labeled as whiskey, so is only allowed in categories that do not mention bourbon. So we have 5 categories. We have unfinished bourbon, finished whiskey, craft whiskey this year, which is not Jack Daniel's, turns out, shelf staples, and not bourbon. So unfinished bourbon, simple, super simple. It just can't be finished bourbon. Finished whiskey can be anything finished, rye, scotch, whatever. Just has to be finished in a barrel. Has to say finished on the label.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
Craft whiskey, for the most part, we're just saying anything that the official definition is under 750,000 proof gallons, but no one really knows how to look that up. So we're going to use the commonly accepted craft whiskey brands, and we are allowing NDPs. So if that's your thing, go for that. Shelf staples is under $50 MSRP, according to Only Drams, and also classified as common on Only Drams. And then finally, not bourbon is anything that's not bourbon.
I have a question.
You have a question. Go ahead, Chris.
Yep. Are you going to adhere to all of the rules this year?
I'm going to do my damnedest because
People want to know.
For those watching who don't remember last year, none of the other 5 people here will ever let me live this down. But I selected Jack Daniel's 10, I think, for a category that I had expressly said that Jack Daniel's 10 wasn't. And in my defense, it was. This is a very intensive stream for me because I'm doing all the graphical stuff behind the scenes, and I simply forgot. Like, it was not an intention of cheating, although I will take it, right? I have taken enough for this, and I will continue to take it because I did actually break the rules. But I didn't win, so there's no asterisk on that win. So, there we go.
No, but there's an asterisk on Chris's win because somebody else could have chosen that bottle and possibly won.
I'll be
Just
honest
saying.
with you. I hope everybody chooses Jack Daniel's 10 this year because it's trash whiskey. So put all the Jack Daniel's 10, 12, and 14 in there. Everybody put it in
early
every
for y'all to start.
All right, hold on. Are you guys ready to start round 1? We can trash talk in the middle. So we'll go team to team. Everybody gets a minute to make their selection. You can select any category. You can select any bottle. Literally everything is on the table for Tom right now. So, Tom, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, Tom. The Bourbon Jerk is on the clock.
I'm ready to pick here.
Go for it.
And after a spirited debate in our messages, I guess this is in the not bourbon category.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick Jack Daniel's 14.
That is a great pick. 14.
Have you tried that one, Chris?
Just a heads up, nobody can hear you except you and me
Oh, okay.
currently.
All right.
So, all right. Next up, Chris from Bourbon of the Week. You have a minute on the clock.
So I've been back and forth. We changed things up a little bit this year. John, I don't know if we want to talk about that yet, about how we're drinking through these this year versus last year, but I'll make my pick, then you can decide if you want to do that. It changes things up a little bit. And I think what's important here is making sure that you get a bottle in your draft that somebody else may take. And I don't think that I have a lot of bottles in here that somebody else may take, except for my shelf staple. And I did not look this up on Only Drams, but Old Grandad 114, is that gonna count in there?
I'm not going to look it up because I'm sure it is.
I'm sure it is. I don't have Only Drams, so I'm going to go with Old Grandad 114 to lock that in so that nobody can steal that from me this year.
All right, so that is your shelf staple. I'll look it up real quick. You have 16 seconds left on the clock.
The price is fine. I was confused. I was concerned about the common or uncommon. I know we can find it here in Pennsylvania on the website and everything now, but
yeah, there's a bunch of stuff on there.
114's good. 114's good, they said.
Okie dokie. Thank you, somebody else, for doing that. All right, are we ready? Bourbon Besties, you are on the clock.
Hi, friends. We are going to take unfinished bourbon for our first pick, and we are going to take George T. Stagg 2022.
All right.
This also just got hella easier for me.
Damn.
That was the most stressful part of this whole thing for me.
Was making sure that 2022 George T. Stagg didn't go off the board.
Yep. It was the only thing that I was concerned about. Everything else I have a million choices for.
That's fair. All right. So, Josh, Kingpin of Smoke, you are on the clock.
I'm also going to go with unfinished bourbon, and I'm picking Old Forester 1924.
Old Forester 1924, great choice. 924. Love it. Quick and easy. All right. Tree Chuggers. You are on the clock.
Sweet. We are also doing unfinished bourbon, and we're going to go with a tried and true for Jonathan and I. So it's going to be Stag Batch 22A.
Oh,
Last year, 24A was picked and did really, really well. And
Yep.
22A is actually our favorite Stag batch we've ever tried. So we'll see. It'll be interesting if it gets in the blind with George T. Stagg. But yeah, we hope it does well.
alrighty. And then finally, Banger Vibes, aka me. I am going to go because actually I have at least one off the board right now. So the Tree Chuggers pulled one of mine. So I'm going to go with the category of not bourbon, in part because I want to keep Chris from taking this, because I think this pick is fantastic. And that is a Sagamore 9-year single barrel, selected by Chris from Bourbon of the Week and myself. And I'm pretty sure most of the people in this draft have it. It is fantastic. It's a great whiskey. And it's going to be my not bourbon first pick of the draft. So, how's everybody doing? Round 1 on the board.
I'm so excited.
Hang on.
Everybody's ready?
Hey, Chris, can you tell John his pick is trash, please? Go for it. I'll wait for it. Go ahead.
He's
Great
ridiculous.
pick by John. I'm going to be honest with you. I knew you were going to take that bottle. I don't even have it written down. I knew you were going to take that bottle.
See, I thought you were going to take it first round.
On my not bourbon.
No, I did not want to take that because I knew you would take it, and I wanted everybody to get that for you to get that opportunity. Keep it close here, you know. But I did have it written down. I actually have it crossed off, so I'm not taking that one. I think a lot of people are going to go with a rye for a not bourbon, and in my mind, mentally, that made me want to stand out a little bit from that group.
What's really going to happen is if John wins now, Chris is going to take full credit for.
I mean, now it's a win-win situation.
As always, I am excited about the Buffalo Trace picks. Those will be fun to try up against everything else.
A lot of high-proof whiskey again this year. That's kind of another reason I went with the OGV 114. There's a lot of shelf staples in that 90 to 95 range. So I feel like if you can find something that's still higher proof in a decent price range like that you can kind of stand out amongst the crowd.
So Joseph Rodriguez asked, why isn't there a championship belt for the reigning champ? There is a trophy. Chris does have the trophy. He likes to show it off. So
Should be in a belt.
that's
Cool.
we'll price out a belt. How about that?
I feel like the trophy is more.
We could all throw in $25 to enter, you know.
Okay.
You better up that up if you want a belt.
I don't know how much belts cost.
I have no clue how much belts
I don't know,
cost.
like $200.
Chris would know.
$300. I regret to inform you all that I know the answer to this because I've ordered a custom belt, and they are the $300 to $400 range.
Okay, but what about the cheap, not metal ones?
What if you paper mache it yourself?
I don't know, John.
That's for the-
I
that's
don't
those
know.
lasting
That's not
flavor.
my vibe.
Wait, are the tree chuggers really talking about wasting paper? Wait a second. Hold up. Hold up.
Yeah, it's sustainably sourced. It could be recycled paper, obviously.
I love it. Beastie says, I feel like I need to put wings in the air fryer to watch this. So far, it's been good. So far, we're... I think there have been some really good picks in the first round. Tree Chuggers, you definitely took one of my unfinished bourbon picks.
Yeah,
I literally
sorry
had
about
that. No, that's what this is all about.
Which batch of stag would you pick?
It was actually legitimately 22A because I've
Nice.
22A and 23A are my favorite most recent ones, and
Yeah.
so it would be between those two, but it's 22A if we're being real. It's two whole proof more. And as everybody knows, I am more proof, more flavor. Any picks stand out to anybody else?
I mean, with George T. Stagg in these, this is why I'm excited to be a part of this. I get to try some whiskey I probably wouldn't otherwise.
Exactly.
I'm really curious how the Jack Daniel's 14 year will do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a completely different, especially in the not bourbon category. It's going to be a completely different
I
profile.
think that's another one of the things that's kind of like last year. Chris and I haven't decided if we're going to split the samples, where we're going to do like half ounce, and debate out the ranking, or we're going to split them up. But when we split them up, I will tell you, I've had the Jack 14 and I hate it. So if I get it, I can't imagine it's going to rank up for me. If Chris gets it, it's immediately number one because he loves it. So I think we're trying to figure out
I think
how we're
because,
gonna do
because
them.
Bourbon Jerk chose it, I think you should drink it. And then that way we keep him low. Sorry. Just,
I would like to point out that
You realize you're not going to know what it is.
I will.
Yes.
I would also like to point out that
that
he gave you a scotch that you enjoyed.
In all fairness to me, that
Okay.
was sherry finished, and that is a very shady thing to do.
And yet it was a scotch that you enjoyed.
Yeah, I mean, not like a 9. It was like a 7 something. I think. Still, it was shocking.
You know what?
Shocking.
We're gonna go.
We should just drink.
We're gonna go to the secret weapon right now. I was gonna wait. But I warned y'all before this live that I was not going to wear pants on this live.
Look, all right, let's start this next round. Oh, Chris has a kilt. Okay, all right.
Could have been much worse. Could have been much, much worse.
Yeah, I had the dump button ready.
So did he, apparently.
Oh, got him. All right.
Okay, round 2?
Round 2, let's go. All right. Starting round 2 with me. All right, I have a minute on the clock. I have already picked my not bourbon. So let's go. I have my picks right here. I already took not bourbon, so I can take those off. All right, so I'm going to lock in my unfinished bourbon. And I'm going to lock in Bowman Cask Strength, or Abraham Bowman, whatever you want to call it. Bowman Cask Strength, Batch 3. Batch 3. That was a number. All right, so Tree Chuggers, you are on the clock.
All right, we're gonna trade with you. We're gonna do our not bourbon now.
Okay, all right.
So we are gonna be doing our Frey Ranch Rye.
Yes, this is a single barrel proof rye.
Yep.
I think this could have gone into the craft category for us. We wanted, not sure how much Frey Ranch you guys get on the East Coast, but on the West Coast, it's kind of a fan favorite. There's picks all over the place.
Yeah.
And we were a little nervous about throwing a barrel proof rye in there, but we feel like this one is like super deep, charred, doesn't really have the piney notes. So
Very
we're
intense.
hoping that doesn't turn too many people away, but we'll see how it goes, really.
Yeah.
All right. Kingpin of Smoke, you are on the clock.
All right, I'm going to go with my shelf staple, and that's going to be Cooper's Craft 100 proof.
Okay. That is a very solid choice. Love it. All right. Bourbon Besties, you are on the clock.
Who was that, Josh?
That was Josh, yes.
Sorry, I have a... Okay,
Is that the one we're picking?
we're going to do this
Can
one.
I announce this?
You can announce this one.
We're gonna crush the not bourbon group right now. We're taking it, no doubt, hands down. We're winning this. We're winning this one. We're taking the Parker's Heritage Rye.
I'm assuming that is the 10-year rye.
Yeah.
The 10-year rye.
10-year rye.
So y'all can give that category up.
Unless you don't love ryes, then maybe that JD 14 wins.
No.
All right. Chris and Bourbon of the Week. You have a minute on the clock.
As I thought, not bourbon's going to go with a lot of rye, so I'm going to stick. I don't think anybody took what I'm going to take there, so I'm going to go with my finished whiskey. I don't think anybody's going to pick this, but it's something that they definitely could pick, and that's going to be Barrel Bourbon Ice Wine, cask finished series. The ice wine is a fantastic bottle. I absolutely love it. Makes it super sweet, which is what I love. That's batch 1. That is a 5-year, and it comes in at 106.52 proof.
Love it. Fantastic pick. All right, Tom.
A really good bottle.
You are on the clock.
All right. So I might need a little help with this one because I'm going to call this a shelf staple, but I don't do only drams.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's going to qualify on price or on, whether it's common, I suppose.
What's the bottle?
The Wild Turkey 70th?
I don't think that is
Or is
going
that
to.
limited?
70th. That is considered uncommon, and it is
Okay.
so that is not.
All right.
available.
So for my backup, I'll go with Wild Turkey 8-year.
All right, Wild
I'm
Turkey.
assuming that's got to qualify.
I'm going to count it either way. 8 year. 101. All right. So, round 2 is in the books. How's everybody feeling about your picks?
A lot of Rise. A lot of Rise coming out. Are a lot of people Rye fans now? Like, I know we all drink Rye. Do we all love Rise?
I prefer rye over bourbon. Technically,
Okay. Kick him out.
Definitely lean bourbon.
went over that.
Kick him out.
I hate Rise.
Some of us like Rise, some of us love Rise, and some of us hate Rise. Did I hear I hate Rise?
He's just
I hate Rise.
Okay. Yeah.
He's Chris
Chris
Rice.
loves them. I'm very middle of the road. It has to be a certain type of rye for me to like it. I don't like them all.
This
Right.
Rye.
I do like the Sagamore 9 though, and it was my number 1 pick for not bourbon that John scooped away. It was on my list. I had it above this Parker's Heritage, so.
Uh-oh, Chris.
Interesting.
It's real good. That's all I'm saying.
Can
I'm
I
just
make a
excited to
trade?
try all these ryes.
Yeah.
I need my bottle.
The nice part,
I need to make
though,
a
is
trade.
because so now probably is a good time to get into this. So since we're switching this year to blinds instead of just blind ranking everything. So we're going to do blinds of 3. So basically what it's going to be is in every category, we're going to split it in half. It's going to be most likely by proof, unless there's a couple that are close that I think will flip either way because of age or whatever. But so there will most likely be a low proof to each one and a high proof to each one. So oddly enough, the Sagamore 9-year will most likely probably not go up against Jack Daniel's 14 or the Parker's Heritage 10 because of the way that we'll split that. So they will be blinds. All you have to do is rank them 1, 2, and 3. That's how we get points. If you get first place, you get 3 points. If you get second place, you get 2 points. If you get third place, you get 1 point. And that's how we're scoring this year. So
And any bottle that was picked last year is banned.
correct.
So,
Yes. I did not mention that before now, but that's a great choice.
See, he forgot the rules already.
I didn't forget the rules. I didn't pick something from last year now, did I, Chris?
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna.
What
move
did I pick
this.
from last year?
I think he's just busting your balls. I'm gonna move this to the neck. To the.
All right.
I'm gonna do this.
Joe Rodriguez says, can't wait to blind the Parker's 10-year with Elijah Craig barrel proof rye whenever I can get my hands on one. Hopefully at some point that makes it out of the You Do Bourbon tour and into the rest of the world. Because I think Heaven Hills Rye is their best product. And I'm not even lying.
Yeah, I feel like I've been waiting for that one to come out forever now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I feel like it was like middle of last year that it hit the TTB labels on
Yeah.
Common Whiskey. So, all right, we lost Josh. When he comes back, we will start the next round. Any picks that stand out to you guys?
I like the Cooper Craft.
I like that ice wine finish, Chris. Did you you get the TX finish too?
Yeah, I got the sherry finish. I was actually back and forth between which one I wanted to go. I personally like the ice wine better, but I feel like the group would probably like the PX sherry better. But I just went with what I.
Yeah, it's close, but I think I like the PX. But yeah, that ice wine, that was a real nice one.
Yeah.
I think the
I'm
finish
excited to try
lines will be a little crazy because it could be
Yeah, any finish.
sherry, ice wine, double oaked, but like that'll be a little all over the place.
I thought a lot of people were going to go double oaked with the finish again this year because it's just a very keeps kind of things traditional, and that's normally that's what I've been preaching for the last 3 years is give the people what is going to be consistent. I wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit this year.
What are you doing over there?
Has
All right.
anyone had a pick stolen yet, or besides the Sagamore?
Not yet.
Actually, we need a ruling on that because I think that was picked last year.
What? What was?
That Sagamore 9-year.
It was not
Um,
because it didn't exist last year, Christopher.
Yep.
so
We literally picked it in April.
Time travel.
Time travel. Nice. We also did say, just for everybody's benefit, not us, like single barrels don't negate like the entirety of that single barrel. So like Chris and Cherry picked Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye from Tomar's last year. That doesn't mean that all single barrel proof ryes are off the table. Just means that specifically that Tomar's. I said that before. Don't you give me that.
Again, changing the rules.
No, if you look back in chat, you will find that. I can screenshot it and put it back here.
There are 8,000 messages in there, though.
To be fair, it went a
right,
little
fine.
off the rails when the besties were tasting whiskey earlier today to try and figure out what they wanted to pick.
You know what? That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, Sherry, what can I do for you?
Nope.
What?
You put Hey John.
Coming up.
Oh, John Crawl. Okay.
What's happening?
Not you. Sorry.
Tell me when this is over.
Look, there's not a whole lot of Johns around here, all right? You gotta stick with
All
our own. Okay, so is everybody ready for the next round?
We are.
I don't know.
All right.
Oh, it doesn't matter because I'm going to do this.
Tom, you are on the clock starting in a second. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, you are on the clock.
All right. So for this one, I'm going to go with my finished whiskey. And I had to get up and look at the bottle to make sure it said finished on it. It does.
Good.
PFG, burgers.
PFG, or Precision Fine Grain. It's 2025's, right?
Yeah, it just came out this year.
Okay. All righty. Chris from Bourbon of the Week, you are on the clock.
All right, this is where things get a little tricky. I'm going to go with my... I'm just going to get this off the board. Nobody's going to have it anyway. But I'm going to go with my not bourbon. And this is going to be a single barrel cask strength master pick 15-year straight American whiskey. This is 119.3 proof.
Okay, master pick.
Master pick with an E at the end. Again, an American whiskey, 119.3 proof, and it's 15-year cask strength. I think, again, going up against some ryes there, that maybe that you rye, and then you get something a little lighter on the flavor profile, it'll open up for people.
Love it. All right, Bourbon Besties.
That is not bourbon.
You are on the clock.
I've been tracking everyone's picks so I could just like see what the stuff looks like on my laptop because I can't see it on the screen. Whatever Littlewood just said, I wrote some shit for this because I said a million words and I have no idea what they were. So that, I don't know what that is. Okay, sorry. I have used part of my time to just waste it and talk shit on Chris, and I apologize for that.
I know.
We're going to go craft whiskey, which I think was probably my hardest category after the unfinished whiskey. I struggled the most with what we were going to put in this craft whiskey, although I gave John shit about $50. We're going to go with Old Carter American Whiskey Batch 12.
Old Carter American.
We actually get 2 minutes because there's two of us, Littlewood. Zip it.
Friendly reminder, the guests can't, or no one else can hear you, but you guys. All right, Josh, Kingpin of Smoke, you are on the clock.
Okay, I'm going to go with my craft whiskey, and I'm assuming this means this is a craft. I'm going with the Mermaid Spirits, D.B. & Johnson Co. Small Cask Reserve, 132.9 proof. That came out, I want to say, like February.
Okay, Mermaid Spirits.
D.B. Yeah, look. There you go. That's my craft whiskey.
Alrighty.
You need the info, John. I'll send it to you after the live.
Yeah, we'll grab that at the end. All right, Tree Chuggers, you are on the clock.
Sweet. Well, our next pick is also craft whiskey, so sticking with the trend, but this is definitely a me pick. This is for sure me, and Jonathan and I were the ones who advocated the hardest for the craft whiskey category, so I could let everyone try this. So this is High and Wicked cask strength bourbon, and it's delicious. It's a high rye, and we're curious how it'll do in these blends.
Yeah, it's not like fully distilled by them, but it is contract distilled and a custom mash bill. I think it's sweet mash. It's some distillery in Kentucky, but still very low amount of bottles, and we really like it. It's very like peach fruity, kind of weird. So, and it's cask strength bourbon, so I think
Okay.
it'll do.
So it's high and wicked cask strength.
Yes, high and wicked cask strength bourbon.
Perfect. Okay, so it's my turn. And I am going to pick a lot of different ways I could go here. I haven't done finished, I haven't done craft, and I haven't done my shelf staple. So I feel like pretty soon here, shelf staples are going to get real tight. I have 3 written down, and I'm trying to decide, and I have 26 seconds to do so. It's a really good thing I can't hear the rest of them, because I'm sure they're talking shit on me currently. You know what? We're going with it. We're going with Bardstown Bottle and Bond. That is going to be my shelf staple. That is the Bardstown Origin Series. Gin Bottled and Bond. And with that, the third round is over. How's everybody doing?
I think.
John,
That's
what
the
color
white
bottle?
label or the black label?
That's Black Label.
Black Label.
I feel like this round was very unique.
Yeah.
Everybody had some uncommon picks, I feel like.
I just want to clarify for the craft whiskey, that can be somebody else distilling it
Yes.
as long as they don't buy so much of it. So
Yeah.
it can be MGP, but as long as
Yes. In the beginning, we said it can be an NDP or non-distilling producer.
okay.
I sent John like 17
Or
different
rule
distilleries
followers.
Good question.
It just changed my. I knew the NDP thing. I didn't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know if they had to get it from somebody who was also only distilling so much.
Yeah, I guess Bullet probably wouldn't be allowed, and like maybe Nulu, but like I guess smaller. I don't know.
Nulu
Right.
probably would have been allowed.
Okay.
I don't think Nulu's over 750,000, but Bullet is owned by Diageo, so that's an instant no-go.
But yeah, I feel like there's at least 3 bottles in that round that
Never heard of.
at least most of us hadn't heard of.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I never heard of that mermaid or whatever.
This
That's a lot
mermaid
of
is
one.
amazing.
He's a hot one.
This mermaid is amazing.
That's another one. They're MGP, right? They're Indiana.
They are.
Is that NDP?
132.9 proof. And it's like dark. I'll let you figure the notes out for yourself when you guys get the samples.
Chris, Bourbon of the Week, is yours light whiskey? Is that what it is? Or I guess they don't really say.
Mine is just straight American whiskey. It doesn't say light whiskey.
Interesting.
Finnish whiskey, not bourbon, craft whiskey. Sorry, I'm working my way through this.
All good. Still a couple unfinished bourbons left that could.
There are a few unfinished bourbons left, yeah. Craft. So, big run on craft, that one.
Can I say something wholly and completely unrelated to the draft, John?
Sure, what's up?
I'm fully for don't give anybody your money, but you gotta work some sort of like mod out on these so that you can drop in when people are doing, because how are me and Andy Gonzalez gonna compete for who has bought more tickets into the paid raffles if we can't see them?
I will be posting that. Currently, we have no other entries other than people who are on people who are Patreon or members. So I think that leaves us with 15 entries currently.
Wow, y'all are slack.
Well, I also don't think I actually really talked about, aside from the very beginning, what I'm giving away. So I'm not doing chat tonight. Usually I do chat and a paid, but I can't keep up with the chat because I've got other crap to do. Tonight I'm giving away stickers, a hat, all of my pours from tonight. I'm giving away an ounce of each of the pours that I'm giving away. Well, not giving away, but distributing, selecting, whatever, including one of them that is Bowman Cast Strength. And I'm giving away a Blanton's Mini.
So you're giving away the stuff that you're drafting.
Correct. Yes, I'm giving away a 1 ounce pour of everything that I'm drafting. And a Blanton's Mini. And I decided to go the Tom Bourbon Jerk route because YouTube is taking too much of my money. So I'm doing Venmo now.
I agree.
I'm just not monetized, so.
I agree.
Been there, dude. But no, like I did a stream last week, and there was a bidding war between several people because we gave away one of the Sagamore picks, and
Yeah.
out of the $140 in super chats, I made $84.
That's wild.
I always, ever since I've been doing them, I put up PayPal and Venmo, and it's usually like 99% Venmo, so it seems like everybody has it.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Hey, what?
Speaking of that stream, who won that bottle? Who won that pick?
You did.
Somebody won that pick. Who was that?
It was you.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, John. Who do I owe a bottle to?
Oh yeah.
Oh, a bottle
We
too?
raffled off a bottle.
Yeah, didn't you raffle off a Saz
Oh
raffle
yeah.
for me?
You owe a bottle too.
We'll take it.
It's a really good question. I didn't write it down. I was blitzed. Not gonna lie.
You want to Sazerac ride?
I will go back and look at that. All I said.
Check the
write
bod.
stuff- All right. Yeah. No, I will definitely check that. It says sherry bottle Saz, and that's it.
Cool. I'll go back and look at the video.
I know John Crawl won a hat. Dave won stickers. And then Sugar Kitty won pours, and that's where we're at. Oh, Andy Gonzalez coming in hot.
Oh, what'd he do? Because I told him I upped my chances by 2. Me and that guy. Got a thing.
He's just ignoring you. He wants Andy to win. See? Changing the rules.
No, I'm not changing anything. You asked me to post it in chat. I'm posting it in chat.
You did a great job. 10 out of 10, John.
Well, Twitch, it's being a little B word right now, so it stopped showing me.
Did you guys,
after a certain point.
did you guys sell out of the Sagamore picks yet?
No, we did
there
not.
are less than but they're very good, and everyone who's on this live stream, whether you're on screen or not, should buy 1 or 2. I bought 4, just saying.
How many are
I tried
left?
to post the link, but it doesn't allow me to post it in chat.
Back up.
I
Should've gotten it back
think
up.
I can. Give me a second.
Hey, Chris, you know how many are left?
I don't. We reached out after like the initial public release, and we were about halfway through. But that was like 2 days in, so that's
Somebody
3 or
said
4 days since then.
Who said 80? Somebody said 80.
They said 68, I think. Somebody said 80. I think I said 80
Okay, yeah.
in our chat. I think I was
John
just
said
making up.
68 the other day.
Well, that's the problem. It stays at 68 for some reason.
Yeah,
So
what,
you can't buy
whether there's 150 bottles or I'm assuming if there's less than 68, it won't let
So
you
your max
get in, but I don't know.
I did see it posted in a bunch of other groups, so hopefully that helped out.
We hope,
Yeah.
because it's a good pick. Don't miss out on it.
I
Oh, no,
posted
I
it in
ordered
a
one.
bunch of groups. People hate me. I posted it all over the place. They probably think I'm getting like a cut in it because I posted in so many places.
Wait, we're not?
I loved
Wait,
Tom's
what?
reaction for
I'm not
it.
getting a
Faith
cut
got
either,
me.
so don't worry.
Faith got me. The
Hi,
link
girl.
is in chat
She's
for
the best.
those things. All right.
Pin it. Pin it.
She's gonna have to do that because I closed it already. Thank you to Andy Gonzalez for the $10 donation, and thank you to the Bourbon Besties for the $10 donation towards tonight's giveaways. All right, I feel like we're off the rails. We are moving pretty quickly though. It's 7:55 and we're through 3 rounds. So, ooh, Johnny Dean coming in with 15.
Oh,
It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Johnny Dean.
Is it really? Happy birthday, dude.
happy birthday, Johnny. You know I like your cousin Jimmy better.
Yes, I was going to say it's the breakfast guy, right?
Oh my god.
He hates that joke. That's why I said it.
I think he hates it because it's about the 900th time we've told it.
Exactly.
We have Keith Thurman show up here.
Now, can't hear my device.
Oh no, somebody can't hear.
Oh man, Andres. It is cutting in and out a little bit, even on mine. I'm not 100% sure if it's me. It's probably me. Birthday is Wednesday, thank you. But either way, he's coming up.
Yeah,
What? What do you mean?
Johnny Dean's birthday is Wednesday.
Oh, it's coming up. I thought you meant he was coming up to the state of Pennsylvania from down south where he lives. I was real excited.
Oh no, that'd be great.
I'm a lot less excited now.
Johnny Dean doesn't like us that much. He's not coming up here.
Yes, man.
He does have family up here.
All right. I'm going to just sit quietly now.
All right, we lost Chris.
That's not fun.
Chris rage quit.
Yes. Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry
Well,
up.
so this
Go.
is the reverse round. So as soon as Chris gets back, we'll start again. But
Breaking the rules.
Wait, can I just circle back? Johnny Dean's coming to Pennsylvania on Thursday, it says. What
Yo,
part of
let's
Pennsylvania?
go.
What are you doing? How long are you here? Tell us all the things. Can we see you?
Jesus. Remember 5 seconds ago when she said I'm going to sit here quietly?
Oh, what are you guys drinking?
know.
I mean, Chris is drinking water. I'm drinking Popeye's tea with Whistle Pig in it.
Oh, yes.
I'm drinking the Mermaid Cash Strength at 132.9.
Drinking Dark Arts single malt.
Dark Arts.
Whiskey breaks with water.
Face.
Audio is driving me bonkers.
Is that the blueberry one, sir?
No, not the blueberry one. This one is the Star Liquors pick.
Oh, I tried that.
How many of these need to have? Like 3 or 4.
On the week,
Like,
really good.
super freaking good.
I see.
All right, so everybody's back. The audio is at least somewhat stable at the moment. Let's go into the next round. Let's start it up, and let's go. Okay, so I am first on the clock, and I'm ready. So let's do this. Round 4. I have taken my shelf staple. I've taken my unfinished bourbon. I've taken my not bourbon. So that leaves craft whiskey and finished whiskey. And I have fewer finished whiskeys than I have craft whiskeys. So that's the direction I'm going to go right now. So I'm going to go finished whiskey, and I am going to go with the 13th century toasted bourbon. Now, hold on. Let me make sure that it actually says finished whiskey. Straight bourbon finished in new Char 1 heavy oak barrels. So, it does say finished. All right. Tree Chuggers, you are on the clock.
All right. Well, this one is very fitting. You might recognize it because we did the other one last year. So we are doing Redwood Empire Haystack. This is the Cabernet Sauvignon. And yeah, this is a 14-year bourbon whiskey finished in some wine.
Yep. So yeah, finished whiskey category, and yeah, we did the apple brandy last year. I think it's our gem.
Yes.
So now we're trying the other pick we got. So yeah, 14-year MGP bourbon finished. We got a lot of other rye, so maybe this bourbon will help mellow it out.
I'm writing Cab Sav finished because it's a big name. All right, switching to Kingpin of Smoke. You are on the clock. What's up, buddy?
All right, this is my not bourbon. I'm going to be on the bandwagon with the rye picks, and I'm picking Nichter's Barrel Strength Rye, and I think it's from 2020 or so. So,
All right.
well, I definitely bought it in 2021, and I still have yay much left. So we'll see.
What does it say on the neck? I mean, not that it really matters that much, but it'll say like 23B1 or something.
Oh,
like
I'm
that.
sorry. It's 2022. It's 22B703, I believe.
Yeah, 22 is the year.
I think
That's
I
all
bought
you
it in
need to know.
23, actually, and I'm thinking about it, but don't mind me. I'd be buzzed.
Hey, it's a great pick. All right, going on to the Bourbon Besties. You are on the clock. What's up?
Is that the one you're doing?
Yeah. Go ahead. You can do it.
I think we're gonna go with the shelf staple.
Okay.
And we're gonna go with what got me into bourbon. We're going with the Knob Creek 9.
Great choice.
Of course it is. It's us.
I was just being nice.
This guy.
I was just being nice. That's all. All right, moving on. Chris and Bourbon of the Week. You are on the clock as the Bourbon Bombers.
So I am switching things up here a little bit. Now that I know the craft whiskey can be a non-distiller, an NDP as long as they're producing less, and I believe this should fall in there. And if not, I have my original backup. I'm going with my backbone bourbon pick with Hello Again Whiskey Friends, Whiskey Uncensored, Dusty Dan. We did one last year. I had a pick in there. That was the rye. This year I'm going to go with the Dusty Wonka Surprise, and it's an 8-year single barrel, and it was phenomenal. I literally think I bought like 5 or 6 bottles of this stuff. 130.8 proof. Backbone bourbon, they count, right? That counts?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Beautiful.
I don't feel like looking it up. I can't imagine it's not craft. Let me put it that way.
Correct.
All right. Finishing out the 4th round. Tom, you are on the clock.
All right. Following up on Chris's craft pick and it being a single barrel that he was in on, got the Evernorth single barrel pick that we did. It's the weeded bourbon from North Carolina. It's Southern Distilling, I think, is the actual place it came from.
And it's Evernorth Essence, ESSEN.
Yeah, Essence.
That doesn't look right. How do you spell Essence?
ESSENCE.
Perfect. I actually got it right. It just looks weird. SIB. Perfect. All right. Back on the clock. How's everybody feeling about the draft so far? We got 1 round to go.
I feel like this is the most even that it's been. I feel like everybody that's given a pick so far, I could personally see me picking a pick to win each specific category. You know what I mean? Like, there's a few that I don't know of, so I can't count those. But like, George T. Stagg could easily win that for me. Where like a Stagg could also win it, or like some of these non-bourbon, these ryes. Like, what did you with Besties? Like the Parker Heritage?
Yeah,
Is that the one?
right.
Like that, I could easily see that winning a non-bourbon. Like everybody's kind of got a bottle in there. The Cooper Craft was a great pick. I like that. So I feel like everybody's got at least one that I could see that winning.
I think we cut out a lot of the stuff that people just didn't like as a group. Like
Yeah.
the Whistle Pigs didn't do very well last year. The Irishes didn't do that great. And I hear Chris and Johnny don't really even like this. So it's like, why would we do that? But no, everything that everybody's mentioned here, even the stuff that I've not heard of, I mean, I'm legit looking forward to trying.
Yeah. I feel like everybody stepped it up this year, too.
Yeah.
Like, these are very good picks.
Nobody wanted to give me the easy 3-peat. I was proud of it.
Littlewood's picture trash.
Yeah. I can't wait to win again. I just can't wait till he reads off those numbers.
I
Dude,
think,
6 or 7 weeks.
I think that the thing I'm the most excited about is that there's no world whiskey.
Yeah.
Like, I don't love the craft category either. That was really, and not because I don't love craft. I love to drink it, but it was really hard for me to narrow down and pick one. Like, I had a really hard time with it. But I hate the world whiskey so much.
And yet,
Chris, what were
you liked it.
I've never.
I mean,
I don't listen.
I like the Irish whiskeys.
I like maybe one of them, kind
Chris,
of.
what were you going to pick instead of the backbone for craft?
So when I thought it was like legit craft, I knew NDPs were allowed. I have a Branch and Barrel Colorado 5-year that's pretty good. Colorado whiskey. Colorado's got a couple different distilleries. Irons is one that I really like. They obviously have Breckenridge is out in Colorado. That's pretty good. But I just recently got this one called Branch and Barrel, and it's 5 years. Yeah, it's lower proof. That's why I wanted to. When I found out I could switch in with these shelf staples, that lower proof doesn't really. When everybody else has that high proof stuff, it kind of sitting that last a really good whiskey just couldn't stand up.
There was so much, in that top 10 that were just
Super high.
they blew everything out because they're higher proof.
I liked when we got to that. I was like, hell yeah, this is where we're at now. That low proof.
Yeah, I think all of us are
Never mind.
experienced enough
Like
that
I'm
we
tripping.
love the hot stuff.
We've got some comments in here for Tom. World's Worst Bourbon Channel says, great choice, Tom. Secret Weapon. Good choice. You need to do more picks. So there's calls for you to do more picks. Maybe we'll all do a collaboration pick at some point. That could be a fun time.
I think next year for the fantasy draft, we should have a pick drop on fantasy draft day, and
There's an idea.
That
do
could be
something
pretty
like
fun.
that. We'll do like a fantasy whiskey draft pick. We'll put the sticker. We will create the whole fantasy whiskey draft theme for the sticker and everything.
Fantasy finish.
Fantasy finish. Love it.
Whoa. That sounds like the massage parlor down the road here. Just saying.
Nah. God.
I think the whole
pay
stream would be
extra for
X-rated if he could.
You pay extra for that.
Where is it? Johnny Dean says, this KC18 is lovely, maybe a touch too oaky, but really enjoying it. You know, I actually really enjoyed the Knob Creek 18 more than I think the 15 and the 12. To me, it's like very deeply like creme brulee. Like
You liked it better than the 12?
I did. I don't like the 12.
Ooh. I feel the 12 for me, I call it like the Goldilocks.
Yeah.
It was the best.
Mhm.
Like,
Same.
you got it right. Why'd you
Yeah,
go on?
12 was
12
really
is
good.
also the best for me, but it was over the price point. I looked. It's my number one pick. Everything I had was like $60-something.
Johnny Dean said,
12 is tough because can you really unfinished?
yeah. Johnny Dean said, shocked Josh didn't pick the Peerless Double Oaked Rye.
It's been done.
Andres
I
Gonzalez
thought that
says he
about-
loves the toasted. Joe Rod says the 13th century is good. Thumbs up.
Working that now.
John Crawl with the Patriots joke.
Is that the one Robert Kraft goes to? Love that. All right, before we get more off the rails, let's start the 5th round, and then we'll kind of get to
I missed
who's.
something.
This is the last round, right?
This is the last round, so it's 8:08. We're gonna finish off this round. We're gonna talk about our picks, and we're gonna see who the whiskey tube watchers think won this draft. So let's go from there. Tom, you are on the clock. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Got a little bit of a curveball, maybe a little recency bias on this one, but this is my unfinished bourbon, which is the only category I don't have accounted for, right?
That is correct.
All right. I've got
Reveries.
9-year, and this is actually the 21090 pick. 9-year, 118 proof, single barrel.
All right. It's a great choice. Great channel. Check them out. All right, Chris, you are on the clock.
So I am also left with my unfinished bourbon, and I am going with another pick as well, which is going to be an old Dominic pick that I was a part of. This is a single barrel straight bourbon whiskey, 122.57 proof, aged 7 years. Absolutely disgustingly good bottle. I put up this against a couple other whiskeys that I thought were whiskey of the year contenders in the past few years, and this crushes it. It's a 44% rye. Now, I love a high rye mash bill as long as they can give me a little bit of sweetness behind it, and I feel like that old Dom does that very well.
Love it. All right. Bourbon Besties, you are on the clock.
Oh, you.
All right, so we left finished whiskey to last because for the people who don't know me and have never been to our house, 80% of what we own is finished whiskey because it is my favorite and I have a buying problem. So there's like the 20% that's all crazy high proof, that's all Chris's, and then 80% that's like insane amounts of finished whiskey because I'm like, ooh, what's that? I want to try it. Ooh, what's that? I want to try it. So Chris, you said something earlier about double oak being like the tradition, and Chris and I talked about that because we were going to pick one, and I was like, there's no way I can go in as a person who's always about all these weird finishes and be like, I'm going to go with 2XO, double oak this. No way. So I am going to pick this Nulu. It is a maple brulee, and it is a pick.
Josh is mad now.
I left it because Josh and I both have this bottle, and I was waiting to see. We were going back, and Chris and I were going back and forth whether we were going to take it last round or this round, but we knew we were going to get picked before Josh. So,
All right. Josh, Kingpin of Smoke, you are on the clock.
Well, so I am also leaving finished for last, and I am going with one of my Barrel King bottles. It is called the Breakfast Club, and if you don't mind me reading them off, it is 33% brown sugar rum finished, 8-year, 95% rye. 33% maple finished, 8-year, 95% rye. 33% strawberry finished, Southern Distilling 4-year bourbon. 1% Batch 96 Delta, which is one of their other brands, and it is 123.4 proof. And as you can see, it's mostly old juice in there. And here's the bottle.
Beautiful.
Something different.
Love it. That's also the most time you've taken on a pick so far, so I love that.
It says finished. It says brown sugar.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
All
I'm
right.
going to beat my own chair.
Tree Chuggers, you are on the clock.
All right, we have our last one, shelf staple. We are gonna do this Old Scout 7-year, 114 proof.
Yeah, feel free to double check us. Only jams I saw barrel selects were common. There were some other Old Scouts that were uncommon, but we got this $40. Feel like it's everywhere. But yeah, we feel like this one really punched above. It is just MGP, but I feel like this is a very fruity MGP, and I think it's the highest proof in the category from what people picked. So we had a couple other options we were really debating, but we think this is kind of the safe pick. Should do well. At least we hope so.
All right. Yeah, I'm not going to debate it. It's a good pick. So, all right, and then finally the last pick in the draft. I have just my craft options on the table. And I have 3 of them that I have to decide between. And because it is the last pick in the draft, I'm going to take my sweet old time and have really 3 ways I could go with this. I could actually just talk about it. I could go Art of Spirits. I have a Utah Beach that's 140 proof. That's really fantastic. I think it fits the craft NDP vibes. I have Holiday Rickhouse proof that I also could possibly pick from, but I don't think that's where I'm going to go. I think the very last pick in the draft is going to be this bottle right here. Although I did possibly save that 13th Century. That 13th Century is great. But I'm going to pick the Smoke Eye Hill. This is a 5-year-old bourbon from Colorado, and it is absolutely fantastic. So that is my craft whiskey. Smoke Eye Hill barrel proof. All right. Everybody back up. The draft is over. Let's talk about it.
Who loves a draft? Who hates a draft?
I like my picks. I'm feeling confident for the 3-peat.
Only if it's fixed.
I think it's going to be close, though. I think it's going to be close. I mean, last year was close, too, right? The first year was kind of it wasn't. I don't even count that first year.
I think you got lucky because you had that yellow spot or gold spot that was
the gold spot did well.
Gold spot,
Irish categories.
Yeah, last year all the age-stated Jack Daniels did really bad, but the 14 years
as it should.
So I think
It's different.
I didn't like the the 10 and the 12 was in the blinds last year for some reason.
Yeah.
There's certain balls that
Johnny wants you to toss the selections on full screen if you have a second, Johnny.
What?
They can start.
If you once you type it all out, if you could put the whole on you.
Damn, Chris. Let
Okay.
Whiskey Break talk. Golly, it ain't all about you.
That's about Johnny Dean. It's his birthday.
Yes,
It's
I can
not
talk
his
to
birthday's
them.
Wednesday.
Happy birthday, Johnny.
What's
Old
today?
Scout. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what categories are because like I have the memory of a goldfish currently. So
Old Scout 7-year bourbon is shelf staple.
yeah, yep.
And then I just think that no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm also.
I mean, I understand they're Rams and Broncos fans, but we got to give them a little bit of respect.
All right.
Just a little.
We can't have that.
Oh, it didn't. What the heck? Can I just not hear everybody on here? Nope. Okay. Don't know why that is. But all right, so this is the draft real quick. Everybody just hold on. Hold your analysis for a second so that everybody can see what the draft actually finished out as. Tom the Bourbon Jerk has Jack Daniel's 14 year as his not bourbon. Wild Turkey 8101 is his shelf stable. Bomberger's PFG or Pretty Effing Good as his finished whiskey. It's actually Precision Fine Grain, but I like mine better. Evernorth Single Barrel as his craft whiskey, and Reverie's 9 year as his unfinished bourbon. Then Chris and Bourbon of the Week, or Bourbon Bombers, has Old Grandad as his shelf staple, 114 specifically. Barrel Bourbon Ice Wine Cask Finish as his finished whiskey. Master Pick, 15 year cast strength as his not bourbon. His craft whiskey is Backbone Bourbon Dusty Wonka Surprise. Sounds like a different thing. His unfinished bourbon is the Old Dominic Single Barrel. Besties has their unfinished bourbon as George T. Stagg. Parker's Heritage as their not bourbon. Old Carter as their craft whiskey. Knob Creek 9 is their shelf staple, and Nulu Maple Brulee as their finished whiskey. Kingpin of Smoke has Old Forester 1924 as his unfinished bourbon. Cooper's Craft 100 as a shelf staple, which I think is underrated. Mermaid Spirits cask strength as the craft whiskey. The Michter's Barrel Strength Rye from 2022 is his not bourbon, and Barrel King Breakfast Club as his finished whiskey. Then Tree Chuggers, I almost said Tree Huggers again. Stag Batch 22A, Frey Ranch Single Barrel Proof as not bourbon. Craft whiskey is High and Wicked Cast Strength. Then finished whiskey is Redwood Empire Haystack 14 Cab Sav finished. Finally, rounding it out with the shelf staple Old Scout 7-year single barrel. And then Banger Vibes, aka me, has Sagamore 9-year single barrel, Gentleman and Whiskey, and Bourbon of the Week selection as our not bourbon. Then we have Bowman Cast Strength as our unfinished bourbon. The Bardstown Origin Series Bottled and Bond as shelf staples. 13th Century Toasted Bourbon as our finished whiskey. And then finally, the craft whiskey is Smoke Eye Hill Barrel Proof. Now everybody can discuss. Okay, we lost Chris. That's fun. I will say, initially, just recapping,
Where's Smallfoot?
the Bourbon Besties draft looks pretty dang good on chalk.
I like theirs too.
Yeah,
Now-
Go Birds.
I feel like obviously Jersey Stag, but I feel like also the Old Carter American. I feel like that could take the craft whiskey category pretty easily.
And the Parker Heritage.
Don't hype these two up.
Yeah.
Relax. It doesn't look bad.
This
It
is
doesn't
all
look
with
bad.
my sight.
59.
Once it goes away, we don't know.
I don't know, Chris. Yours is pretty out
It
there.
doesn't look that.
Nothing goes wrong.
Mine's, dude, I went a whole different direction this year because
You
I told
really
everybody my
did.
theories last year, so I knew everybody was going to hone in, and they were all going to pick very generic stuff, and now I got to stand out amongst the crowd. See, it's all I'm in your heads right now. Everybody's
In your
trying to
head.
get on my feet. Everybody's trying to take from my books. I'm locked.
Can I
have
just
no idea.
unrelated
You
to
got no
talking shit about anybody? When I look at this, when I blew it up on what I think is really interesting is the way people made their pick. In the first round, 3 of us, and it's the same 3. It's us, Josh, and Whiskey Break. We are the next round. All 3 of us all seeing how people made their picks, like. So I would be interested to know, like, what made people. I would love to know why you guys took less. Some of them to me are like, oh, I feel like that would have been there. I feel like that would have been there. I would love to know from each person why you took what you took in the.
Yeah, I mean, for us, I think it was just Stag was, if we didn't take it there, someone
common,
was going to. And then just to a degree, we were not sure if the Frey Ranch would go for someone's craft whiskey. But then, other than that, we weren't too worried about people like we need more time to think about our shelf staple and our finished whiskey compared to what other people picked. So that was our thoughts.
Well, you're 100% right on the 22A because it would have been.
Yeah,
gone.
I think for me it was getting that shelf staple out.
Yeah.
The shelf staple was my thing. There were Wild Turkey Rare Breed was picked last year, which was going to be one that I picked.
Right.
I saw that it was picked, so we couldn't. Through like, are people going to pick like a Russell's Reserve 10-year? That could easily be on there.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, everybody seemed to pick a different one for that. I was also thinking like 1792, just trying to keep that traditional route, like a small pack version. That's why I wanted to just get Old Grandad 114. I think it's one of the flight of four. So I just took that off the board. And then I knew nobody was going to pick my unfinished. The not bourbon, again, I think everybody was going to go Rise, so that's why I went off brand with the Rise. So
I tried not to think too much. I just went with the stuff that I think is the best stuff that I've got on my shelf here this year.
Yeah.
I don't think probably a lot of you guys have had at least probably 3 or 4 of the ones I picked.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to do well in blinds, maybe surprise some people.
We've heard nothing but good things about PFG and
So good.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the Evernorth too.
That's my favorite thing I've had this year.
Nice.
I mean, I'm biased. I was on the pick, but I'm not kidding. I think it's the favorite my favorite whiskey this year.
I had the.
I did 1924 first because I had good middle grounds. Not too. I had some higher proof ones later on, and I know unfinished is a big category, but I thought maybe Sherry would pick it. But like I know, taking my wish, it was more easily accessible, and I think I wanted to pick something actually that more people tried.
Yeah, I like that pick.
Yeah, Joe Rodriguez says, I'm torn between G&W and the Besties. Great picks. I know I picked at least one that no one's ever heard of in that 13th century toasted bourbon. And part of the reason why I did that is because I got that in a blind barrels. And since then I bought one from them because I was hoping it was the same barrel. Turns out it's not. So the one in blind barrels was a hazmat. Same age. It's 5-year bourbon, 1 year finished in toasted barrels. And then the one that I got was 135 proof, not 140. So it's still very good. That 140 proof would have beaten anything on this list, though.
Yeah, totally.
Firmly believe
anything
that.
has.
But I've gotten, I would say, at least 10 people to buy that bottle just from trying pours from mine. So that one for me was a very easy, like, this is my finished whiskey because that's fantastic. And Bowman Cast Strength is another one that I grabbed this year. That one, if you've never had it, is absolutely phenomenal. You will have it at some point here, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, and then Smoke
Can you
Eye
go
Hills.
over for me real quick how now I know we're
Smoke Eye's great.
Go ahead, Chris.
Sorry. No, I was just going to say, can you go over for me real quick again how we're doing the tasting?
Yeah.
Because last year I filmed a bunch of content, and